Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the forum of the group exhibit Hydrogen and Fuel Cells here on Hanover Fair 2012. I am now very proud to announce to you JX Nippon Oil and Energy Corporation from Tokyo in Japan. We will talk about the SOFC Micro CHP, and I would like to welcome here together with you on the stage of the Nippon Oil Corporation in Japan, Mr. Aichi Hachisu, manager of JX Nippon Oil and Energy Corporation. Please enter the stage. Nice to have you here.
Nice to meet you.
Please have a seat.
Thank you very much.
And together with you, you brought Masatoshi Sato, who's here, who's showing us the slides in original. So we are analog here today, indeed. And he was also translating if there's any problems in the talk, in the translating issue. So. Hachisu-san, the Nippon Oil Corporation in Japan is called Niseki.
Yes.
It's the largest oil company in Japan with over 13,000 employees. I think the brand awareness here in Europe or Germany is not so high. So please introduce us a little bit, JX.
Yes, thank you. First of all, I would like to say thank you for taking me an opportunity to make explanation of our company to you all. JX is a #1 oil company in Japan. Our oil share in Japan is about 40%. So we supply about 50,000 Japanese gasoline and diesel oils all over Japan. And JX, this is a schematic of JX. Under the umbrella of holding company, there are many three big companies. One is oil refinery and selling, and number two is oil and natural gas exploration company, and number three is mining and metal companies. And total revenue of these three companies is about 100 billion euro. So we are very big oil business companies.
So I understand that JX is an integrated energy, resources and materials business group, but please tell me, why are you working in the residential fuel cell business?
Yes, and currently we are now only selling fuel cell gasolines, but when considering the global warming or limited natural resources, we must use energies as very effectively. If fuel cell is used, energy utilization efficiency becomes very high. That is the main reason why we are developing fuel cells for residential systems.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about the history of JX along with the Japanese history?
Yes, thank you. JX started R&D of fuel cell systems more than 25 years ago. At the first stage, we are concentrated on PAFC. And the size of the PFC was about 100 or 200 kilowatts. But after that, we changed our concentration area to residential use fuel cells. First stage, we are doing R&D for PEM-FCs. And under the government demonstration project, all over Japan, more than 3,000 fuel cells was installed for the demonstration. After the 4-year demonstration, subsidized by Japanese government, in Japan, 3 years ago, we started to sell PEM fuel cells with other Japanese companies. And after the introduction of PEM, we new focus area of R&D for our system is become SOFC, because fuel cell uses natural gases or LPGs as a source of hydrogen. And when producing SOFC systems, it can be simplified compared to PEMFC. So there are some potentials to reduce costs in near futures. So we changed our focus areas from PEMFC to SOFC. And this is our R&D activity. And I would like to explain all Japan situations. 3 years ago, Japan, we introduced fuel cells, and the total number of Japan sold in Japanese market was about 5,000. But maybe as you know, last year, big disaster has occurred, and the nuclear plant was destroyed by tsunami. After that, decentralized generating system, such as fuel cell, becomes very important. So last year, total sales number in Japan becomes 15,000, maybe about 3 times compared to last year. That is the situation of our R&D history and Japanese current situations.
That's very interesting for us to hear, that the catastrophe at Fukushima has changed also quite a lot Japanese people thinking about the distributed power supply.
Yes, before the Fukushima disaster, Japanese consumer is thinking that centralized big generating plant is very effective, but it is destroyed by tsunami, and many big disaster has occurred. After that, we think decentralized generating system and with the centralized system is the best solution for our lifestyles.
Okay, so I can see in your chart that Japan is already very strong in fuel cell industry.
Yeah.
So what are the future dissemination plan in Japan?
Yes. It is also indicated in this.
Yeah.
Yes, in this slide. This is this blue line is we have already achieved these numbers, but
15,000
yes,
devices.
but situation has changed. So the installation number of fuel cell will increase year by year, and we suppose that in 2020 about 600,000 fuel cell system will be installed all over Japan.
Well, you must understand that the government subsidies for your fuel cell devices were very high in the beginning, are still quite high.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. Currently, our system is about 25 million euro per unit. It is, sorry.
1,000 probably, not million.
25,000 million per unit. It is very expensive to buy for ordinary consumers. So Japanese government has established subsidy systems. This year, Japanese government subsidized about 7,000 euro per unit. So some customer can buy these systems because it is very good performance. For both environmental side, both economical side.
So to say that in yen, today this unit costs 2.7 million yen, and the government gives 0.7 million yen for each unit which it's bought.
Yes.
It was much more in the beginning, wasn't it?
Yes, first time subsidy from Japan was very big. 3 years ago, our price was about 3,000 million euro, 30,000 million euro. Sorry, 30,000 euro.
30,000 euro.
But at that time, Japanese subsidy from Japanese government was about 14,000 euro. Very big.
Indeed.
So under the support of Japanese government, total installation number will increase year by year.
We would love to have these subsidies indeed in Germany for
Yeah.
our micro CHP. So we envy a little bit you in Japan. But tell me a little bit about the characteristics and the selling point of JX fuel cell systems.
Yes, I'd like to explain using this slide. Our system consists from generating unit, which is fuel cell unit, and tank and peak boiler units. In this generating unit, fuel cell stack and reformer and other BOP is installed. Appealing point of our system is higher power generation efficiency, about 45% when operated under rated output. And compared to PMFC, it can reduce cost and small size, because for the reformer, compared to PMFC, reformer of SOFC can be simplified. So it contributes to the cost down and small size. And under the Japanese conditions, which is gas condition is very stable and water hardness is very low, soft water. Under these conditions, we warranty 10 years without catalyst exchange, without cell stack exchange. That is the appealing point of our products.
So, Achisu-san, you are with JX the first time here on our group exhibit, Hydrogen and Fuel Cells,
Yeah.
and also in Hanover. So, let me guess, you will probably are planning to sell your devices also in Europe and Germany.
Yeah, currently not yet. Our product is only for Japanese domestic market, but this technology is very good for all of us. So in near future, we would like to export this product with a cooperation of potential partners. And for selling fuel cell systems, it is necessary to modify to best fit German markets. For example, this system is installed outdoors in Japan, but when installed in Germany, it is installed indoors. And the gas property is very much different from Japanese one, because they are using natural gases from Russia or Netherlands or North Seas. In Japan, only LNG is used, so the characteristics of gas in Japan will not change. But compared to Japan, property of Japan, gas property will fluctuate or change area by area. And as I have already mentioned, water hardness in Europe is high in some areas. In such case, plugging will occur. So to prevent these phenomena, we must modify our systems best fit for these areas.
It's important to learn that there are certain differences between Japan and Germany,
Yeah.
as you told us, in gas, in water.
Yeah.
And also what I didn't know is that gas devices in Japan
Yeah.
has to be installed outside the house,
Yes.
not inside. That's something new for us here in Germany.
Yes, it is the main different point compared to Japan and Germany. In Japan, as I have already explained, this system is installed outdoors. But in Germany, this will be installed in many cases indoors. So it must be a FF system, forced drought balanced flow type. So we must change casing of this system. That is one most important modify point.
Okay, but show me a little bit about the operating pattern of the fuel cells that you are using actually.
Yes. Please. Maybe as you know, SOSC system, when using SOSC system, it is better to not stop every day. So this is a pattern of fuel cell output of fuel cells. This dotted line is the rated output of fuel cells. And our SOXC supplies base load of your home. And when the demand exceeds our rated output, grid power is used to manage these demands.
So what you do when you produce surplus electricity, can you put it to the grid in Japan?
Unfortunately, in Japan, surplus electricity cannot be sold to grid, contrary to German current conditions. It is disadvantage of Japanese conditions.
It is obviously not allowed because it's not coming from renewables. You can only sell electricity to the grid if it's coming from renewables, right?
Yes. In Japan, currently electricity generated from renewable, such as solar PV or window, can be sold to grid. But this fuel cell is using natural gas. It is not renewable. So it is not allowed to grid to sell electricity from the grid. But fuel cell is the best method to use renewable energy very effectively.
Right. So it's an effective system with which you can reduce CO2. Can you tell me how much CO2 you can reduce?
Yes. There are many methods to reduce CO2 emissions. And when you put off the light or when stop the engines when you are waiting for the red signals, but it contributes only 50 or 100 kilograms per year. But when using the fuel cell system for your life, about 1.3 tons per year CO2 will be decreased compared to conventional systems. It means thermal power plant plus conventional boilers.
So we learned quite a lot about your fuel cell systems in Japan. You still have future plans for the future. Could you tell us what's coming up next at your business?
Yes, this is a schematic of future hydrogen energy society we are describing as one example. This area is connected with local energy management network, and each house or each hospital or each shops fuel cell or solar PV and battery system will be installed. And not only electricity, we as energy companies, hydrogen will be supplied from our gas stations, not only gasolines but also hydrogens. This is the one example which we are described as a future hydrogen low carbon energy societies.
So how many fuel cell cars are already driven in Japan?
Fuel
cell cars running on hydrogen?
Yeah, maybe 10 or 20. Sorry, we are energy companies. So I don't know exactly cars which is actually running in Japan. But in Japan, about 15 or 20 fuel cell hydrogen fueling stations. Okay. And we have 2 hydrogen stations in Tokyo area and the west part of Japan.
So there are already fueling stations for the upcoming fuel cell cars that will be produced from Toyota and other companies.
Yes. Okay. Yes, as an oil company, we are supplying oil, not only oils but also hydrogen.
And you will produce the hydrogen with solar panels, is that correct? Do I see that correctly on the slide?
Currently, this hydrogen is not produced from solar in Japan conditions. We are refinery companies, so we have the technology to produce hydrogen from many raw materials. So using the technologies, we will produce hydrogen.
Achisu-san, it was a pleasure talking to you, and our time has already run out, and it was very interesting. As you see in the audience, they're all listening closely. I would like to invite you to visit Hachisu-san at his booth number C56, JX Nippon Oil and Energy Corporation. I would like to thank you very much for this interesting interview, and I would like to thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.
Vielen Dank.
And I would like to invite you to stay here because our next interview will start at 12 o'clock. This is right now with ACTA SPA about ACTA's innovative technology for electrolytic stacks and hydrogen generators. We're expecting Paolo Bert, CEO of ACTA, here in a minute. Thank you.